Hey guys, Kaitou here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Versus Vehicle Series Deluxe Magic Dial Fighter from Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger versus Kaitou Sentai Patranger. This is a new dial fighter that can be used with either the Versus Changer or combined with the other Versus vehicles. So, let's get started. To start, we'll look at the Magic Dial Fighter on its own. Continuing in the trend of the Versus vehicles being air vehicles, Magic Dial Fighter is a white and dark blue blimp, with of course the trademark orange striping that is present on pretty much everything in this line, and some metallic red on the top, with the silver V emblem for the Lupinrangers. Got a little nice sculpted and painted in cockpit there. Of course you have the dial, a lot of very nice molded details all around it. Got some wing struts in the back, as well as some painted turbines. Of course, like with all dial fighters, to change it into attack mode, you need to turn the dial. So doing that will cause these panels in front to split open, and then this crystal ball will pop out. As you see, it's got a question mark kind of molded into that. What's inside is something we'll actually get to when we combine it with Lupinranger. Next, we'll test out the vehicle with the Versus Changer to unlock some new sounds. But first off, we'll activate the Kaitou Boost.
Kaitou Boost!
So there we got the Kaitou Boost, and the numbering was 029. And I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to mean, but most likely that's supposed to be a reading of Magiku, or magic. Then, we'll do the summoning.
Get set! Ready? Tobe! Go!
And similar to some of the other Versus vehicles, Magic Dial Fighter has a little switch down here that, when depressed, locks the panels in place and prevents it from opening up when it's attached to the Versus Changer. Next up, we'll combine Magic Dial Fighter with Lupinranger. So to prepare Lupinranger, you need to remove actually both the yellow Dial Fighter and red Dial Fighter. We'll set them aside. Then we'll take Magic Dial Fighter and switch it to attack mode. And fold these panels at the side to lock them in place. Then we'll open up the crystal ball to reveal a hand inside. Like so. Next up, we're going to fold these pieces down and detach this entire section. And then attach this to the side as an arm. Next, we're going to take this assembly and fold it down like this. Then, using this clip here, we'll attach it as the head. And then fold down this piece to reveal the face. And here we have Lupinranger magic. So let's take a look. Right off the bat, we have something new in that we have a Versus vehicle that actually becomes a new arm and a new head, whereas all the rest have basically just become a new arm or some weapons alongside the arm. So looking at the head, it's got a pretty dynamic look. You can see what looks like some wings coming off the side, and then the center horn. Got a nice painted face there. You have the chest plate, which has these turbines, as well as a nice painted bow tie there. Then we have the arm with the new revealed hand, which can be rotated around like so. Now, this isn't the only way to make this combination, as we want a more traditional looking combination. We can instead change this back to how it was. Plug this back onto the arm, and add back on Red Dial Fighter. To have a more standard looking Lupinranger magic. Although that also means that the shoulder here sticks up a little bit more than it normally would. But there are some options. That being said, there isn't really much in terms of playability with this. Of course, you can kind of repeat this action, but it's really not too much, and it does seem like kind of the main draw of it was that it adds a new head in addition to the new arm. And there we go. So overall, the Magic Dial Fighter is an interesting versus vehicle, though not exactly one that's too exciting. It does do the standard things of unlocking new sounds in the versus changer and then having a combination with either Lupinranger or Patranger. Though, like I said, that combination isn't anything too exciting because it doesn't feel like it has much of a gimmick except for adding in a new head along to it with a new arm. But it has made me realize what Bandai has been doing with the extra vehicles this year, and that it decided to split them into waves and have each wave do something different. And that, as you've seen throughout the year, they've always come in pairs, not necessarily released at the same time, but with every new Dial Fighter there's always a new equivalent trigger machine. And they've always kind of had an equivalent gimmick to each other. And that is interesting, but it's also kind of weird because it shows a kind of lack of consistency with this gimmick, where they're just kind of thinking up new things to do with them, but not exactly trying to improve on what we got before. So it feels strange. Like, you can tell that they are part of the same line, but they still feel oddly different from each other. And of course, with that trend, we are going to be getting an equivalent trigger machine, which will be coming next month. And you'll see that it will work pretty similarly to how this one does. Sorry for the little stuttering. But anyway, if this is interesting to you, then certainly go ahead and pick it up. Now, normally this is where I announce my next review and next time. However, after this, I'm actually going to be taking a week off of reviews, because I'm going to be taking a little vacation. Just going somewhere with a family member of mine, and just taking a little break from my work and other things. And unfortunately, because of time constraints, I'm not going to have enough time to film videos in order to get them out next week. So during that week, you won't be seeing any videos from me, but coming next week, or rather the week after that, I'll be getting back in the swing of things with Kamen ZO toys, starting off with the ZQ driver. So I'll expect that in a couple of weeks. But for now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.